This is it, ladies and gentlemen, the most important model for Perodua this year, the all-new 2023 Perodua Axia. In today's video, I'm going to show you what's good with the second generation Axia. The new Axia now rides on the DNGA platform, which is now wider, longer, and an overall much larger car compared to the model that it replaces. Now, fun fact, the wheelbase on this Axia is actually longer than the Perodua Myvi's 2500mm, so that is actually quite shocking to me. This is a larger car, but overall length it is still shorter and smaller than the Myvi. The DNGA platform promises a better driving experience and better safety. The entire upper body design of the Axia are all done in-house by Perodua, and I think this is a very proud achievement for the team. I think this car looks quite good. In terms of the overall feel that it gives you, it has a sporty, sharp vibe, not that roundel feeling that you get from the previous generation Axia. Now, this being the full spec AV variant, you get full LED headlamps, LED daytime running lights, and exclusive to the AV are the chrome strip as well as extended splitter on the bottom. The other variants don't get them. All variants ride on the 14-inch alloys of the same design, but exclusive to the AV variant are these gloss black side skirts. Now, I really like this body line that runs across the entire side profile of the car, just accentuates the Axia's tough, sporty vibe. Over to the rear is where I'm not too pleased with the design of the Axia. It's giving me Volkswagen Polo as well as the Honda Brio vibes. Doesn't look all that exciting. Now, boot space. Larger than before. Perodua says that you can fit 4 suitcases back here. Now underneath you get a, space saver spare wheel. So right now I'm seated in the full spec Axia AV, the most expensive, most premium variant available, and seated inside, it does not feel like an Axia at all. You tell me that this is a Myvi Alza, I would actually believe you, because the entire cabin layout as well as the features and the touch points that you find in here are also found in other models in Perodua's lineup. So for example, the digital meter is the same one as you've seen in the Ativa as well as Alza, multifunctional steering wheel as well. And check this out, you have a power button in an Axia. I mean, I hope people don't go this and then start challenging AMGs, but it's beside the point. Floating touchscreen display does not have the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto connectivity as seen in the new Alza AV variants. This one is more of the standard one. Digital panel, climate control, familiar. And over here on the transmission lever, it gets the PRND S and B modes. So S stands for Sport, B is for braking, which you use going down on downhills. And here you have the central locking buttons, which I think is very ergonomically placed as compared to the Ativa variants. Now over here, you don't get a center armrest, but you still have the nice handbag hook, which is classic for MD Axia. The handbrake here, over here you get quite a large storage space, which I think is a perfect place for you to have a wireless charging tray. Just put your phone, so aftermarket peeps, take note of this. Seats. Fantastic seats. I cannot believe that these seats come from an A segment car. Very supportive, semi-bucket, and the materials used. This one has a combination of leather as well as fabric on the center. And the fabric, guys, I tell you, this feels supreme. It feels supreme. This being the top spec model, you get the full suite of Perodua's ASA, Advanced Driving Assistance System, but now upgraded to the ASA 3.0. So you get things such as forward collision warning, autonomous emergency braking, front departure alert, lane departure warning, as well as blind spot monitoring with automatic high beam. I mean, if you look at the Axia's price tag of 50,000 ringgit, it might be quite hard to swallow for a lot of people for an Axia. But if you look at it in isolation, given the amount of features and the quality that you're feeling, I think that 50,000 ringgit is actually a reasonable price tag. Now, Perodua has told us that they have made significant improvements on the NVH front in this new generation Axia compared to the previous one. So for starters, the door cards, they now come with insulation, as well as the front fenders. They also now get kind of like padded materials to keep the NVH low. The firewall between the engine as well as the cabin and dashboard has also been upgraded compared to the previous generation one. Now, not only that, overall, the new generation Axia has 10% better aerodynamics compared to the previous one. So we can expect a much more refined cabin, a quieter ride, especially when you're traveling on the highway. Right, seated into the back seat, I have the front seat adjusted to my usual driving position and I'm 175 cm tall. I have about 2 tennis balls worth of knee room, space and footwell, plenty. I'm able to comfortably slot my feet underneath the front seat. And amenities in here, you get 2 teh tarik hooks, 2 back pockets, as well as a cup holder over here. The side door bins, there's also a mini cup holder for you to put your small little water bottles. Now, if you're planning to buy the Axia mostly for family use, meaning that you're going to have rear passengers in the back seats quite frequently, I recommend you to step up to the SE and AV variants because of this. On the SE and AV variants, you get an adjustable headrest. On the lower variants, they're all fixed, and this completely transforms the comfort levels on the back seat of the Axia, and I think this is super important. Now this one here is the entry-level Axia, the Axia G, and here are some key visual differences that you will notice. First up are the halogen reflector headlamps. Doesn't have keyless entry system, uses a traditional key, as well as the body-coloured B-pillars. So right now we're seated in the X model of the Axia, and I'm actually quite surprised by the number of kit as well as how the cabin feels in here. It's actually quite premium. So first up over here, you get a floating style standard audio system with Bluetooth, your standard knob climate control, but you get push start button, central locking, as well as the same gear lever operations with the PRND, S and B. S stands for sport and B for braking. No tachometer, but you still get MID displays for on both sides. No multifunctional, but you get automatic headlamps. I am genuinely surprised by the amount of kit that you get in here. Everything just feels very pleasant. Now in here you also find the gear up treatment, so you get the additional hood insulator cover, gear up floor mats, gear up door sills, as well as this leather seat covers, which I think are quite nice, which reminds me of the Ativa. The teaser drive was a short one, but it gave us a taste of what the DNGA Axia has to offer, and I can say it's plentiful. First is the acceleration, which felt brisk, definitely swifter than the previous generation Axia, all thanks to the dual mode CVT found in all Perodua models except for the Beza and Arus. High-speed stability is also a quantum leap from the previous generation Axia, dare I say even better than the non-DNGA Myvi. It's poised, calm and very impressive. Steering was nice and weighty, gives you a very high sense of confidence. However, what was shockingly apparent was the engine noise under high load above 3000 RPM. Noticeably more intrusive than the previous gen, partially due to the CVT that hangs on the RPM. You win some, you lose some, but overall, the short drive left a strong, positive impression of the Axia. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the all-new second generation Perodua Axia. Personally, I am genuinely impressed by the amount of features that are all jam-packed into this compact city car. It's, for me, being a city car, second car, family car, I think this is a very impressive package. But what you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below whether you have already placed the booking for the new Axia. As always, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this.